Hey, this is Pastor Tim here with your Midweek Miracles. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We're at part 3 of why isn't marriages and relationships working. I think this is one of the biggest issues right now, especially with a younger generation. Before social media, before the World Wide Web, you were able to get into a dispute with your spouse and no one would know. You were able to fall out and no one would know. You know, we live in a world today where we are emotionally connected to our phones. And so when something happens, we don't take time to think, we don't take time to process it, we immediately post it. And then once it's posted, then it's solidified. We have allowed outside voices to come inside of our relationship. I believe one of the biggest killers of marriages today is social media. Social media kills marriages. It makes it so easy to cheat. It makes it so easy to get caught up in the lifestyle of what you think others are doing. So many of us sit back and we look at people on social media and we judge our relationship by what we think their relationship is, not knowing the whole time they're falling apart just like you guys. We look at what social media gives us as an imagery of marriage. Never in my life have I ever seen a generation that is so interested in polygamous relationship. But now, because of social media, now everybody who doesn't read their Bible wants to tell me how biblically polygamous relationships have been here from the beginning of time. Social media has created an image and a false narrative that long as it looks good, it's going to be good until it's no longer good. Right now, we have to come out of this era that we have to have social media involved in our relationships, in our marriages. To be quite frank, I know a world without social media seems something that is like far-fetched. But ask yourself, how much better would it be if your spouse or you did not follow each other on social media? How much better would it be if your spouse didn't have a social media account? How much better would it be if you had access to the social media account? Be truthful. That social media account is a stressor to you. It drives you nuts. You don't know what they're doing on that TikTok. You don't know what's in their Snapchat. You don't know who's DMing them on Facebook. And so not only does it apply a lot of pressure and build a lot of trust issues inside of the marriage, but social media also allows us to bring outsiders into our inside. Because once you make a status, once you post a picture, once you say a story or post a story, now you open up the opportunities for others to put their opinion on your personal life. Now you've opened up the doors. You get on Snapchat and you say, I'm sad or I'm mad at my husband. Of course you're going to have 5 guys inbox you. If you get on Facebook and say, well, my wife is not cooking or cleaning, of course you're going to have 3 ladies offering to cook and clean. But what happened when you don't have those outlets? Marriages worked in the past because they had to work through their problems at home and not on their phone. I'm going to say that again. Marriages worked better in the past because they had to work through their problems at home and not on the phone. They had to face each other, not Facebook. They had to talk about it, not tweet about it. They had to show up and present the picture of what they wanted, not post it on Instagram. I want to encourage you to get your marriage off of social media. Take it off. Don't allow them to see when you're up or when you're down. Don't allow them to see anything that would negatively affect or give anyone an opinion that you and your spouse are not one. If they still see you guys as two, they will treat you as two. But once you get to the point in life where you are so founded in Christ and you're so focused on your relationship, then you're going to get to that point and you're going to know that social media is not going to control, or I'm not going to base my marriage off of it. I want to encourage you also to keep outsiders out of your business. The first thing that social media does when you put your marriage and your marriage problems on there is bring outsiders in your business. I tell people oftentimes in relationship counseling that the moment that you tell mama what little JoJo did, mama's never going to look at little JoJo the same. The moment that you express to your cousin about how your man cheated on you, they will never look at him the same. The moment that you talk to your dad about how your wife is not doing this or doing that, they will never look at them the same. And then guess what? You will come to a point where you're ready to forgive and move on because you love them and that moment has passed, but your family will never be able to view them in a different light. Too many outside opinions also is killing marriages. Stop taking marriage advice from people who have never been married. Stop taking marriage advice from people who are not even in a relationship. Don't you find it so funny that it's always the one without a job telling you about how you need to get a job? It's always the one without a man telling you how you should keep your man. It's always the man without a woman trying to tell you what you should do with your woman. You have to be very wise who you allow to inside your head, because some people, they will create a scenario inside your head because they want your place. They don't want to see you happy. So they will break up what you got going so that you could be in the same position as them. We all heard the saying so often, misery loves company. You have to limit the outside voices in your marriage. Focus on God. Focus on your spouse. And you, between the four of you guys, work it out. Four. Where's the other two come from? You got God, you got your husband or the wife, and then you got the truth. And once you put the truth in there, the truth will set you free. Allow the truth to rest, rule, and abide. You don't need mama. You don't need daddy. You don't need grandma's opinion. God will give you all the answers to fix your marriage. Limit the social media. Cut out the outside voices. And I promise you, you will see your marriage go further than you ever had before. God bless you. This is Pastor Tim Hayes here with you on your Midweek Miracle.